people? What's good? I hope you're having a damn good day. Back with some FIFA, something new on the channel. We're going to be going over my top 5 teams that I would choose to start a career mode with, you know. Obviously, we're going to be starting a new career mode soon. On Monday, the first episode will be out. Top 5 teams that I would choose to rebuild with. So, the big teams, obviously the Uniteds, the Liverpools, the Barcelonas, Real Madrids, all those teams, they're great and all to rebuild, but a lot of them already have some key elements. Like Barcelona's going through a rebuild at the moment. They have some good young players, but they still have Messi and Griezmann and all those players. So it's not that fun, you know. You want a team that, at the end of the day, when you've won the Champions League or you've won your league or whatever, you can be like, I made that player, I made that player. That player, we were able to do it because of this player here, not because of Messi or Ronaldo or something. So a lot of these teams don't have superstar players or 90 overall players, you know. So that's okay, but we're gonna hit it off. So yeah, man. So yes, at number 5 we have Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League. Lots of good teams in the Premier League, but Wolves, there's something different about Wolves, you know. They have some decent players, but they have a team that you can still add to it and still feel like, you know, you've achieved something. So at number 5 is Wolves. I love this team. The kits are great as well. Like for me, a lot of these teams have got to have good kits because obviously you're looking at that every time you play. So good kits equals, it's a plus for me. So very good team, great players overall, got some big names, but not too big, you know. Like I say, you don't want to build a team with Barcelona and then win the Champions League and be like, yeah, I won it because of Messi. Messi scored the winning goal. So Ruben Jimenez, nope, Raul Jimenez, Ruben Jimenez, I was going to say Ruben Neves. Raul Jimenez, great player, solid striker, but obviously he's old. So you can build around Mr. Fabio over here, or you can build around Adama Traore, or Daniel Podence, or Pedro Neto. These players are so great, you know. You truly feel that you've achieved something when you win with this team. And I mean, the formations that they play with the teams that they play, I mean, lots of young good players. And also, another positive, a lot of their players have real faces. So obviously for me, it's a no-brainer. We're going to go for it. So great team, guys. Great team. Obviously, you've got a few older players here, but you can bring up other young players. I mean, a great addition that I do is, or great thing that I do with this team is Morgan Gibbs-White's changed him to a centre midfielder. He's the replacement for João Moutinho when Moutinho retires. Boom, sorted, done. You know, it's great things like that. So Wolves have got an amazing team, great young talent. Obviously, you have your scouting reports that you can do, and you grow the team. You grow the team. So it's not one of those teams that you stop playing with and you're like, oh, I don't actually want to get rid of this player. Oh, I don't. You know, you want a team that you can shape into your own. You can change the formation, although this formation somewhat suits them, but you can play a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, or the players are made to be in a shape-shifting formation. So that is number 5. At number 4, guys, we have got Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga. There are some pretty damn good German teams to use, so it was quite hard for me to choose. But Hoffenheim, great story. They were in like the 3rd division of German football a few years ago, and they've shot up somewhat like Leipzig. But the only difference between them and Leipzig is this season their kits are like up here and Leipzig's are down here. So Leipzig, for me, it's a no-no. But, you know, they're more or less on par with each other, but it was the kits essentially that made me choose this team. Also, really good young players. You can build around them, build with them, grow the team. Lately, guys, I've been enjoying having that type of a vibe going, where you take young players from the team that you choose, and you build a team with them. You know, you don't just bring in other new young players all the time. Some good young loan signings, Ryan Sessegnon, Premier League, Tottenham, boom, you know. And there are so many possibilities with this side, because obviously there aren't that many well-known big names that you can just be like, cool, I'm going to use this guy, boom. It's let me see who I can use with this team. Let me see how I can work this formation around this player. Let me see how maybe this guy could fit in. When I've started career mode with them a while back, I ended up winning the Champions League. It was great. This guy, boom, he became our star player. Dennis Giga, he was one of my main guys. Him and Maya. I think he pronounced it Maya, but he is on loan in the that's the wrong team. I'm thinking of Hertha Berlin. I did end up buying Maya, so I did end up buying him. And great young players. And another thing I really like doing in career mode is, if I'm with a German team, I'm not just going to import all these foreign players. Nothing against them. I love French footballers. I love all these great players, but I like also having somewhat of a core nucleus with the nationality, or the nation, or the country I reside in, you know, with the career mode. So German players, French players, English players. So obviously there will be a few imports here and there, but obviously I enjoy having the idea of there will be a lot of English football players playing in the side that I'm playing with in England, you know. Although the Newcastle United career mode, we had a lot of French players, but that's not the point. So I like doing that. And like I say, there's some good talent here, guys. Oh my word, there's so many good players. Bjørn Larsen, absolutely amazing. I don't know why they've loaned him, but whatever the case is, he's lit. You can never go wrong with him. And guys, Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, you've got flipping missions and a half in Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig, Leverkusen, all those good teams that you have to try and overcome to eventually reach the holy grail of German football, win the competition, make it to the Champions League, juggle the Champions League and the Bundesliga. You know, it's a great competition to be in, very competitive. So yeah, and I mean, formation wise, very much like Wolves, you can change the formations up. A lot of these players, like Sessignon, can play as a left wing, left mid, left back, left wing back. Like, I can't think of his name, but Grill, that dude, great player. He's not even a centre back, but he can play as a centre back, which is insane. So this formation is great and all, but you can have sliders that you can change formation mid-game, and then you can shift maybe Grilch up to the midfield position and have a more attacking based team. And then if things are getting a bit hot, you hit the D-pad button. Yeah, you hit the D-pad button and boom, you're back to damn near 5 at the back. It's things like that that I really enjoy, small details like that that I enjoy doing, creating team sheets and so on. There's no superstar. There's literally no superstar. Kramaric is the highest rated player, along with the captain, Baumann, same thing, different gravy. They're 82 overall. A few signings here, a few signings there. Get a good young player, and obviously some people start out with Scott's superstar. It's more in your hands. So yeah, that's my option for number 4. At number 3, guys, we have Real Betis. Great Spanish team, but not too great. You know, you're competing against the likes of Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and the other teams. Like, this team is not anywhere near those 3 mentioned teams. But it would be great to build them and make sure that they can compete on that level with them. I mean, they have got the bones, the structure, and everything to try and compete. I mean, first thing off the bat I would do is I'd probably get in a better winger, straight up, or a better striker, maybe even a better goalkeeper. Actually, I just seen that Bravo is the man in between the sticks, so definitely get a better keeper. Great options in the Portuguese league, so many good options there. But again, a team that's got some good young players, build around them, maybe build around Nabil Fekir. He's a great player. He's really great. I mean, I think he's 27, so he's in his prime. But you've got other players like Emerson, the right back. Obviously, he doesn't have a real face, but I mean, this is the exception to me. If you're a really good player and you don't have a good face, I'll still buy you. I'll still use you. And this man, in my opinion, one of the best right backs in the game. But that's my opinion, though. But there's a lot of really good young players here. good young Spanish talents as well that have got a lot of real faces. If you look at the second division in Spain, I'm not going to try and pronounce its name, but the second division in Spain have got some good young players with some really good real faces. I mean, Espanyol, they've got at least 5 players that have some good real faces. So you can maybe pinch players off of them, and it would be realistic because I mean, a lot of those players that have the real faces are very good players. So if you're starting a career mode with Real Betis, you want to buy 2 or 3 players. Look in the lower division. Look there. I mean, you can't go wrong. There are a few aging players in the squad, so it would be your job to try and bring up the young talents and try and wane out the older guys. Like literally sorry, wrong one. These 2 guys are somewhat in their primes or ending their primes, okay? This man especially. But they're still serviceable players. So while you are potentially bringing up the next best CDM in Spain, these guys can do a great job for you. You know, I mean, a 3 or 4 season career mode with Real Betis. At the end of season 4, you've conquered Spain, destroyed Barcelona, destroyed Real Madrid, destroyed Atletico Madrid, absolutely taken them to the cleaners. With Nabil Fekir leading the way, hopefully. Who knows? Who knows? But great team, guys, great team. And this team, more so than the previous 2, you can shape because there's no huge names or there's no like players that you immediately fall in love with this team. You can bring in those players. Yeah, and they have good kits. I mean, at first, okay, so a few FIFAs ago, I should say, I played with Real Betis for the first time. It was still when they had Junior Firpo, okay? I did not like the green and the white, but this season's kit, it looks beautiful. That's another great player to bring back, Junior Firpo. He hasn't really worked at Barcelona. Things haven't gone his way. Maybe one of your career mode objectives is to bring him back, try and help him reach his potential. He had a very high potential in FIFA 19. Maybe bring him back. You know, he can be that guy for you. The left back at the moment is who? I don't even know who the left back is. Who's the left back? Okay, like he's decent. Moreno. He's good, but I mean he's 27, so there's that. But essentially, guys, there's a lot of good young Spanish talent out there to build your team around. Make it happen. Make it happen. Real Betis is a great team to use. They're not so overpowered. They're not like, oh my gosh, we have the best players in La Liga. They are just a normal team that can be a great team. Guys, at number 2, it is probably a very good team. To its history and what it is right now, it's not met expectations. I mean, Olympique Lyonnais, often known as Lyon, ruled French football, okay, up until about 10-12 years ago, until PSG got their good oil money. Lyon were the team in France. They were the team winning year in, year out, and you can definitely say that they've been knocked off their perch. In fact, they've been damn near haymakered off their perch. So yeah, this team, the story that my animal, my dog is literally. Anyway, yeah, so Lyon, they're a great team, great story that you can create here, pushing PSG off that perch and getting back, climbing back up that flippin' long ladder, getting back on top of things in French football. You've got the bones of a great team here. Memphis Depay, he's young still. I think he's just about to hit his prime, or he may have just hit his prime. You've got Cornet, you've got Denia, you've got, I think it's Anthony Lopez. I could be wrong. In fact, let's have a look at the squad. But you've got some really good young players here. Really good players here that you can easily build around. Okay, Anthony Lopez is 29 years old, but he's a goalkeeper. Goalkeepers only hit their primes when they hit 30. Let's be honest here. Maxwell Cornet, amazing player, can cross the ball, is actually a winger. He's somewhat an Alphonso Davies, what Alphonso Davies is to Bayern. He's a winger, but playing as a defender because going forward he's amazing. A Trent Alexander-Arnold, some might say. You've got Jason Denia, and a lot of these players have got some real faces. Jason Denia is one of them. Joaquim Anderson, obviously he is on loan. But if I was, if I'm bringing him back because he's actually talent, he's actually class. Also, this man is goated. He's underrated so heavily, so heavily. I don't even understand why he's only 78. He should be like damn near 88. Anywho, we'll continue. And I mean, like some of these no-name brand players, or not no-name brand, but essentially like players that you would never think to look at, have got real faces, have got high potentials, high overalls. In 3 seasons, guys, if you don't win the French division in 3 seasons, then I can't help you. I'm sorry. Linked with Arsenal, linked with Real Madrid, linked with Barcelona, linked with these great European giants. He's amazing. Build around him. Build around Memphis Depay. And another thing, the formation, the tactics that you can use, because it's got a false 9. I mean, this kid here is damn near, I was going to say 17, because I think a few days into the career mode he turned 17. So he's 16, but you have a 16-year-old 71 overall superstar in the making. Build your future around him. By season 3 he'll at least be 85. At least. The very least. It also depends on how many goals you score. If you score about 20 goals a season with him, he's hitting 90 easily. But like I say, some really good players, some good players on loan. So maybe you bring back a few of these players, like Jeff Rene Adelaide, great player. This man right here, Dembele, great player. Joaquim Anderson, great player. Bring them back. Just be like, nah, we don't accept that. We want our players back. If you don't like them, sell them. You'll make a lot of money from them. So, obviously it is French football. And I know everybody's like, oh, it's a farmers league, it's this, it's that. But, I mean, in FIFA, the French league is damn near amazing. You can see that FIFA have really tried to step up to try and improve the French league. I mean, getting the image rights, the theme rights, like just the rights to the league. And a lot of the players now in the French league have got real faces. So, guys, Lyon, think about the story behind it. That team, great heritage, amazing history, all that stuff, you know. And you're climbing a ladder. You are climbing a ladder, putting them back on their perch, and at the end of the day you can give yourself pats on the back and be like, I've achieved this, boom, you know. And maybe you don't like Memphis Depay, maybe you don't like him as a centre forward, convert him to a winger, bring in another centre forward, change the formation, it's up to you. But I mean, this formation is pretty damn good, so think about that. Okay, fellow human beings, number 1, AC Milan. Guys, AC Milan this season have been absolutely amazing. Obviously, they've kind of fallen off a bit. They're in like the Europa League spots and they're in Serie A. But this season, they have been amazing. And yes, in real life, yes, they've been amazing. And you're like, well, why would you want to start with a team that's actually amazing? Because in FIFA, they're not that amazing. In FIFA, they have got Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Donnarumma and all those great players. But you can still build with this team. They have got everything that you need. It is there. It is right there. AC Milan, the best team in Serie A in terms of history and everything is AC Milan. Boom. Very similar to Lyon. They ruled the Serie A until Juventus came and absolutely blew them out the water. Restoring AC Milan back to the top of Serie A is goated, you know. Great team, guys. Like this team, you can bring in 3 or 4 players in this team. Probably a centre back would definitely be one of them to place alongside Romagnoli. Midfielder, even though they've got Sonali, but bring in another CDM or a centre mid, depending on which formation you decide to choose. Definitely bring in a winger and maybe a striker. Who knows, man? It's up to you though. But great players. I mean, you definitely don't have to bring in a left back. Theo Hernandez is amazing. Definitely. Okay, I'm not even lying right now. He is my favorite left back in FIFA 21. Boom. This man, right here, up here. Amazing. He is. Like, he's quick. He can cross the ball. He can shoot. Like, if you want to play a formation where you have a left mid, don't even bother about the left mid. Make him a left mid. It won't take you very long. He's that good. He's got those attributes, those quick attacking attributes that you want in the left mid. He's your man. A left wing, he's your man. Don't even bother about it. That's just how highly I rate him. I mean, and okay, so your centre backs, you've got Tomori, and you've got Kjaer and so on, and you've got Romagnoli. Okay, Romagnoli's the guy you build around. He's your captain, club captain, kind of, even though Donnarumma has it, but he's the actual captain. Okay, he's 25 years old, very young. Find a right-footed centre back to place alongside of him. Straight up, that's the thing. That's what you do. Right backs. Between Dalot, Calabria, and Kalulu, between those three guys, you've got something special. Obviously, Dalot is on loan from Manchester United, so if he impresses you, can play left back or right back. If he impresses you, make the loan permanent. Who knows? But Calabria is a great player. I wouldn't stress about getting another right back, to be honest. And then obviously Sandro Tonali, goated. For those of you who have been playing FIFA for a while, you've known about him. The next Andrea Pirlo, enough said, you know. And this man here, Benaka, I think it's Benaka, but good player. And I mean, he doesn't have a real face, but look at his face. Okay, I'll zoom in for you. Look at that face. That's a pretty damn accurate face, considering it's not his real face. So he makes the grade, guys. He makes the grade. I mean, even Tonali's not like the best looking guy, but you can get away with it. And then of course Frank Kessie he's good, guys. He's so good, and probably going to get a move in the Premier League to the Premier League this season. So yeah, there's some really great players. And I mean, moving on to this man, Hauger. I don't know, like, I've heard his name pronounced 3 times and they've all been pronounced differently. So I say it's Haig. The guy on TV says it's Hauger. Another guy says it's Haig. Who gives a fuck? Anywho, he's goated. Him, like, Norway have got some serious talent, like flippin' Odegaard, this man, Haaland, and of course you've got a few other great players to go alongside them. And I mean, this man right here on loan from Real Madrid, make his loan move permanent off the bat. Don't bother about looking at your shortlist. This man right here, boom. I would suggest you guys play with a 10, like a centre attacking midfielder, because you've got 2 really good players here. You've got an older one who's only 26, and then you've got a very young one who can definitely grow with your team. Like, build a team around this man and a few others. You know who I'm talking about. And then you got Castillo. He's not bad, but he's not good either. Like, I would rather play him over him, you know? And he doesn't even have a real face. So, guys, 21, 76 overall. That's some young talent right there. And then, of course, you got Rafael Leao, who is the heir to Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Mandzukic, essentially. But Rafael Leao is absolutely amazing. Blitz quick, got good stats. I mean, it says he can play as a left mid, so any chance that you need a left mid and you, Halga or Brahim or one of them can't play, this is your guy for the left mid and the future striker of AC Milan. Like, don't make a mistake and sell this man just because he doesn't have a real face. His face, you can deal with it because his stats will eventually become goated. And then of course we have Mandzukic and Zlatan, but then Rebic, great player, left midfielder. He can play as a number 10, which is pretty good, but how I use him off the bench. He's a great impact player because he's got the physical attributes, the agility, everything you need off the bench. He's your guy, your sixth man, using basketball terms here, but he's great. And like I've been saying, guys, formation wise, it's completely your choice, but based on the players that you have in the team, stick with this formation. What I like to do is I like to bring in my wingers a bit more, so you essentially have them not playing next to Kalanglu, but they'd be pretty close to him, and then you have your wing backs get forward a lot, because I mean they've got good attributes to get around your wingers and cross the ball and just get high up the field. But yeah, guys, that is my top 5 FIFA 21 career mode teams to use. I hope this video has helped you out a lot. Maybe you guys will go fire up the PS4 or PS5 right now and crack on with one of these teams. Hopefully my ideas have been good for you. If they have, smash like button please. Hit the bell notification. It'll notify you every time I upload a video. Apparently it's good, who knows. And hit the subscribe button if you're new. I love having new people on the channel. Comment down below if this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a damn good day. Bye.